I'm Blue. I started off studying BA Fashion Design at another university, but I didn't feel like I was fully in my element studying fashion. So I took a long break and just started creating for the sake of creating, thinking I would like figure it out at the end. So I upcycled clothes, I started making music, I filled sketchbooks, I made loads of random paintings and drawings, and then made weird tiny sculptures from like blue tack, and graduated into Fimo clay and plasticine. And then it finally clicked to me that the thing that would probably unite all these things that I enjoy is jewellery design. Jewellery design I've found to be a welcoming space for LGBTQ plus people, but I've noticed the industry itself is very male dominated. Most casting houses are run or owned by men. That being said, I've never had an issue. They are professionals and they won't judge you on your identity. They're just trying to provide a good service. But it would be nice to see the playing field equaled and have like more representation for LGBTQ plus people and women in the industry as a whole. I usually get inspiration from like the mythical, the macabre, the magical. Paula Rego paintings, tarot cards, folklore, fairy tales, old things with stories behind them, symbolism, conceptual art, like things that make you think. Mythical creatures and monsters provide endless inspiration for me. I think because they don't have to look a certain way, you can just kind of make them however you want to make them, and they're always going to be fun and not done before, because there's always a new take on it. So I enjoy the freedom of that, I think. Being non-binary and being gay definitely informs my work in a different way, because moving through a gendered society as a gender non-conforming person does mean I have a different experience to a lot of people, so it definitely has a place in my art, and I think I learned about who I was a lot through creating more. So the reason I went into fashion is because I was obsessed with Alexander McQueen. Love everything he did. And that was the first exhibition I ever saw, the Cabinet of Curiosities. And I cried. I love Matty Boven, I love Ash Nico and their stylists, and my friends Bingo and Seren. They make really great art. Bingo is a tattoo artist and Seren is a painter and conceptual artist. I'd say developing, mythical and signifying. My favourite piece is probably the goblin necklace I made, because I feel like I always wanted to make it and never really had the means to do it. But the thing that pushed me the most was probably the graph project, because I'd never worked with Rhino or CAD before, and I was really happy with the result. Stone cutting, I really enjoyed stone cutting, but I think wax carving was the most fun because that's where I got to make the goblins. But to be honest, because I had little to no skills in jewellery making, anything I learn in the workshop is of very high value to me. Write everything down and take pictures. And keep a very detailed tech journal, as I'm sure the tutors will tell you if you come to BAJ. Use your open access time, utilise all the tools, utilise the tutors because they know probably everything. Bear in mind that you're not going to be studying forever, so just literally use everything that you have, because if you're going to go on the BA like me, you've got 3 years of all these tools and all these materials, and then you probably won't have as much access to these tools, so it's very important that you use it while you can. I'd say experiment with your practice. As people, we're constantly evolving, so your work should too. Your visibility is very important, so don't be afraid to be visible or vulnerable, and seek out other queer creatives, because it can be lonely being not the only person, but like not having a lot of people around you, so seek those environments and communities out.